Welcome to today's webinar Wednesday on switchable LEDs. I'm Chris Levan, Energy Solutions Manager here at Shadler Yesco, and I will be leading today's webinar. Your cameras and microphones are turned off to keep things running smoothly. Please post any questions in the chat and I'll answer them at the end of the presentation. This training will be recorded and posted online for future viewing. So let's get started. Switchable light fixtures and lamps. So I'm going to go over some of the reasons why it's good for you and good for us as Shadler Yesco. Why did we take so long getting on board with stocking switchable fixtures? They've been around for a while, but we're just getting around to starting to stock a large quantity of these types of fixtures. So we'll go into that. And I'll preview some of the switchable material in our upcoming in-stock guide. This is something we've had for many years now, and we have a new one coming out in the near future. So I'll preview some of the new material we'll be stocking. Switchable light fixtures and lamps. So when we're talking about switchability, we're mostly talking about multiple color light options and multiple wattages in a single fixture. As I'll talk about when I start going through some of the fixtures that we're stocking, you'll see that there's other options too that allow you to be adjustable in the field. But the majority of the time, we're talking color and wattages. Why is it good for you? Well, I have here larger selection of stock material. That's a little misleading because the whole idea is we're not stocking more material, but we are stocking more options for you to have that you can come into the building and pick up and walk out with. So where in the past we were stocking maybe just a 4000K version of that fixture, or we were just stocking a 400 watt metal halide version of that fixture. Now we have 3000, 4000, 5000K in that same fixture. Or we have a 250 watt, a 400 watt metal halide in the same fixture. So you have more options to pull from our stock material. The other big one is in-field adjustability. So I don't know how many times I've had to working on a job that I've had a customer call me and say, hey, I know we supplied 3000K, but the customer really wants 4000K. And at that point in time, well, we had to take the old fixtures back and either order or supply a 4000K. Well, now all you have to do is just go into the fixture and hit a switch, and now you're at 4000K. Same with wattage. They either think it's too bright, end user thinks it's too bright or too dim, and now you can go into a fixture and with the flick of a switch, you've now solved their problem. Why is it good for us? Well, we get to consolidate stock. So where in some options we were stocking maybe a 4000K and a 3000K version, we can now consolidate that down to one part number and one item type on the shelf, which frees up space in our warehouse, which is a pretty big deal right now. We're pretty full. So that certainly helps with on our end as far as freeing up space. Larger buy-ins. So we can buy, so instead of buying multiple types from maybe multiple vendors to meet the different needs, we can buy one type in a larger quantity from a single vendor and get the advantages of lower costs, buy more, pay less kind of thing. So that's a big deal for us, and which in turn is a big deal for the customer because they'll reap the benefits of lower costs as well. Why did it take so long for us to get on board? Switchable LEDs have been around for a while, both color and wattage, at least what, two years, maybe longer, 3 years. And we're now just getting on board with stocking a large percentage of our stock as being selectable fixtures. And it really comes down to one reason: cost. When these fixtures came out, these types of fixtures came out, you were typically paying a larger premium for them, and that didn't really help us or the customer out. Um, Switchability is a nice thing to have, but it's not something that you need to have. So, and I certainly understand, I wouldn't pay a premium for something I don't necessarily need. Um, but fortunately, costs have come down to the point where they're either equal or slightly higher to what the static version was. So where they're an equal costs, it's a no-brainer to stock the equivalent to a static fixture. When it comes to a slightly higher end cost, there's got to be some kind of justification why we would do that. And I can think of one fixture off the top of my head that I'll talk about a little later. That's a little more expensive in cost, but I hope you see the benefit of why we would stock something like that. So this is a good spot to talk about the in-stock guide. It's a great tool to have. I keep it in my backpack. I keep it at my desk. We've received very positive feedback from customers, our sales team, our lighting specialists. It's a great tool to have, and one of the reasons for that is it goes into a lot of detail on the type of fixtures that we stock. So it's not just light fixtures. It's emergency light fixtures, it's retrofits, it's lamps, it's lighting controls, all in one spot that should cover most of your day-to-day needs. As far as when you're putting a job together and you need light fixtures. I'm going to go through a bunch of examples of what we are stocking that's adjustable / switchable. I'm not going to go in a whole lot of detail because I know when I'm sitting in a presentation and someone starts throwing out a ton of numbers at me, I might start going blank, or I'm just not going to retain those numbers. This in-stock guide is a great place to go to get those numbers that you need when you're actually putting the job together. The list of fixtures and lamps that I'm going to go through are just kind of the wet your whistle and get you interested in what we're stocking. But I strongly encourage you, once we come out with this in-stock guide, the new version, I believe we're on version 6 now, but we'll be coming out with a new one very soon here within the next month or two. I strongly recommend downloading this and keeping it someplace nearby to help you out with your day-to-day needs on lighting. So what are we stocking? I'll go over some indoor fixtures, some exterior fixtures, and a couple of the lamps that are all adjustable and why they're adjustable. But please keep in mind, I'm not going through every line item that we have. When I give an example, we probably have 2 or 3 other options that are also in stock. But just to keep this short and concise, it's just to give you an idea of all the different types that we're stocking, and essentially to give some shout outs to some of the vendors that we're stocking with. So let's get started with the indoor lighting. Lithonia CPX series fixture has been around for a while. They've now come out with switchable color and wattage. We've been stocking this fixture for a while now, and we'll continue to stock this fixture. High base, ICO has the LH1 series, switchable color and wattage. Great option for your high ceiling applications. Strip lights, Columbia has the CSL series. Again, another fixture we've been stocking for a while that they've now come out with a switchable color and wattage option. We stock this in different lengths to meet all different kinds of needs that you would use a strip light for. Downlights wafers, Lithonia has the wafer. They've had that wafer out for a long time now, but now you can get it in both switchable and color and wattage, which is kind of amazing for such a small fixtures that these things are. Some examples on exterior lighting. We have floodlights. A very big mover of ours is the ESXF series. Again, switchable color and wattage, but the nice thing is they've now included a switchable photocell, so we don't have to worry about either adding a photocell to this. If you want a photocell, you just turn the switch on, and you now have a fixture that's photocell controlled. Great option. Great option. Same with the RAB WP series wall packs, switchable color and wattage and photocell. I have to admit, when I started seeing the adjustable photocell, I got a little giddy, just because I don't know how many times I've had to go back on a job and supply photocells that we either didn't know we needed or had not supplied the wrong one that had photocells, but it's integrated into the fixture, so we had to take the fixture back. It's all that kind of hassle can be avoided with these adjustable options. So another great fixture. The Keystone ALED series area light. This is one of those ones that it's like there is everything that you need is in the box, and it is a great option. Now, I said earlier there was an option that you pay that it's a slight premium over a typical product. This is that item, but we thought it was worth it to bring this in stock because of the swappable optics. I don't know of any other vendor out there that has an area light that has type 3, type 4, and type 5 optics in the box. And all you do is you just unlatch the door, pull out the panel, and put in a new panel if you want to change the optics. So if we're putting together a job, we just need to know we need 2 type 3s and 4 type 4s, and we have those fixtures in stock, whereas in the past we were only stocking one type for distribution, and then that was a type 3 because that's what we found was the most common. But it's not the only one being used. Type 5 is being used all the time. Type 4 is being used all the time. So this, I'm excited about this fixture. This is another one I kind of got a little giddy over because of the how many needs we're going to be able to meet with a stocked item. So pretty excited about this one. Moving on to lamps. For an 8-lamp application, Satco has their High Pro lamps, switchable color and wattage. When it comes to lamps, switchability is somewhat new, maybe a year ago, where we started seeing it becoming more popular in lamps. I can imagine that it was tougher to get that technology into a smaller form factor like a lamp versus a fixture. But now we have options for lamps that are color selectable and wattage selectable. So great to see. Linear lamps. Keystone has their direct drive lamps. They're switchable color, which is great to see in a linear lamp. And the other thing about this particular lamp is it can be wired for either a single ended or a double ended installation. So where you have power coming in from either just one end or both ends of the linear lamp, this can meet those needs. Great item to have stocked. Excuse me. LED lamps, HID LED lamp replacements. Light Efficient Design has their flex lamp system. So now with your post tops, area lights, even high bays where you just want to retrofit the lamp, we now have switchable color and wattage options. So that's also another great item to see. All right. Well, I'd like to thank you for you attending today. If you would like more information on this topic or have additional questions later, please reach out to your sales rep, or you can email us at info@sydist.com. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Take care.